Hi, good morning. It's Woody here. Just another brief episode from the Classic Car Video Diaries. Today I'm at a station, Warwick Parkway, off to Cardiff, going to look at possibly one of the most desirable but also one of the most feared cars on the market today, the Rover L322 4.4 TDV8. This is a 2012 Westminster, 2 owners, both, well, second owner has owned it since 2016, I think. So it's got a nice annual service history with a local specialist. Well, let's go and see what it looks like. But it's about 6:30 on a beautiful autumnal Saturday morning. So you'll join me on the journey. Birmingham, Moor Street, New Street, Cardiff, and then another little half-hour cycle ride from Cardiff to where this chap lives. See you later.
The weather in Wales is not as good as it is in Warwickshire. It's a bit wet. I just arrived in drizzly Cardiff, wending my way through Cardiff Central, about 5 miles north of the station. Have a look at this car. It will join me when I first see it. This is the address, number 16 I think. 12. Ah, there she is. Great big thing. Great big environmental disaster. Oh, it looks pretty good. First impressions and all that. Not that I really know what I'm looking at with these. Let's just park the bike. Right, well, looking at the front wheels, it clearly hasn't been tarted up to sell. In fact, it clearly hasn't been washed. But, you know, nothing a sponge won't solve. People that know me who when I've told them I've come to look at a big Range Rover, they said that is the last car we would ever expect you to want to own. I suppose it is a little bit the Harry's Garage factor and Clarkson saying they are really nice cars to poodle about in. So we'll see how it goes, we'll see how much work it needs, see how much money it takes, and obviously see what sort of price I can get it for. It's advertised at a shade under 15, just over 100,000 miles on the clock. I won't go into the reason for the sale on this video, but it's no longer needed by the family. No tow bar, which is good, I think, because at least it's nice to know a car hasn't towed around, I don't know, what, 3.5 tons of luxury yacht. But I probably will put a tow bar on it to tow my motorbike and camping trailer if I end up selling my Mercedes estate. So that's it. First impression. It's pretty good. I really like the colour. The reason I like this one is because it's grey and it's got dark seats rather than the cream seats that the majority of cars like this have. And I also personally don't like the rear privacy glass on these cars, so we'll see how it goes. Clear windows. Right, you join me post negotiation. Right, well there we go, bike's in the back. Deal done. It's it hasn't been overly cleaned, which is quite nice, how I like a car. See if it gets us back up to Warwickshire. Every full fat Range Rover's favourite place. The car has 36 miles of fuel left, so we all know what that means. A full fill
let's see what it costs and see how much it takes. Right, it's the first fill done. 85 litres, 133 quid. Good. Let's get some food, let's get on the road. There we go. Meal deal sorted. Maxed it out, hopefully. Looks good in the petrol station, which is a good thing because it'll, I'm sure, be there quite a lot. Anyway, back on the road. So this is Cardiff, back to Warwickshire. First impressions. The M4 is shut, so I'm on the A48 going from Cardiff to Newport at the moment, and it's very, very slow. But the car is very nice. I think there is some worn suspension components on the front right hand corner. There's a bit of a clonk, and when I brake there's a feels like a bit of movement. If you're watching this and you have any idea what that is, if you wouldn't mind putting it in the comments, that would be very helpful for me. Apart from that, it's all good. I haven't obviously tried the full extent of all the gadgets, but it's very nice. Dark seats, as you can see, which is what I wanted. See-through windows, very useful to see and, well, not necessarily be seen, but useful to be able to see out of see-through windows. And it was all going so well. I was pootling up my M50, or just joined the M50 actually, and then we got a restricted performance warning light and restricted performance. So I pulled off the M50 and I'm just sitting in Ross-on-Wye Golf Club. So I shall go and have a cup of coffee and consider my next moves. It may have all reset itself, of course, when I turn it on. I definitely know there's something wrong with the front right suspension, because it sort of clonks forward and backwards when I come on and off the brakes. So that's probably just rubber bushing, I'm sure, hopefully. But I'm not sure what this restricted performance thing is. Car's been running absolutely fine, but I did give it a bit more power, and so maybe the second turbo's not working properly. Who knows? Any suggestions for me? That would be great. Chuck them in the comments. I haven't yet got a code reader, so if you could recommend a code reader for this car, that will also be very useful. Thank you. More later. I stopped at Ross-on-Wye Golf Club. Thank you for the warm welcome. Nice cup of coffee. They filled up my water bottle for me, and when I got back in the car, it happily set off. I'm on the outskirts of Evesham, and I've just booted it, and it pulls fine, pulls absolutely fine. But as soon as I was throttling off, the restricted performance red triangle has come back up. So I'm just gonna, I don't know if I'll go from Evesham to Stratford-on-Avon in restricted performance. It probably won't do me any harm, or the car, but yeah, obviously something to investigate. I thought maybe it's something to do with the second turbo having not been used much, maybe a bit sticky. All guesswork at this stage. If you know any different, let me know. Well, that's the first Range Rover video. It drove back very nicely, and it handles well. Obviously there's a bit of front suspension work to do, and that restricted performance is kind of, well, it is what it is, as they say in the building trade. We'll just have to get it diagnosed and work out how to fix it. So anyway, thanks for joining. Any comments would be great, advice, wonderful, but I'll find a local, if anyone knows a local Land Rover, Range Rover specialist in the Stratford-upon-Avon area that they could recommend, that would also be good. Shove it in the comments. Thank you very much, thanks for watching, and I'm sure, as all Range Rovers, they need a lot of attention. Anyway, thanks again, and see you soon. Bye.